What do people say that makes you instantly know they are full of shit? GOOO out of the F-King WAAAAY, I need to go to the bathroom. We've been trying to contact you about your car's warranty. I love keeping these people on the line as long as I can without disclosing that I do not, in fact, own a car. The one-uppers. I went on holiday to Greece last year and yeah, well, when I lived in Greece I nearly got married to a rich man who owned a feta factory, and also I went to the moon. I can help you make so much money you can live off the proceeds without having to work. MLM. Come on over next Thursday night for my interest meeting. There will be food and drinks and I'll talk about Tome best practices and some business model stuff, and one of the presidents in the company will be there. You can't miss this opportunity. When you are telling someone about something and they have to cut you off to tell you about something similar that is slightly better in some way. Oh hey, this is my grandma lol. I honestly get so sick of people who do this. Especially if it's something personal and then you're just like, okay Sherry, then Patricia, you sure do have did something 1000 times worse than I do all of a sudden, like you don't even have to ask for their opinion on things. It's all natural and doesn't have chemicals. So it's good for you. Double quote. Yeah. So is the vacuum of space. How about I toss you into that? See? Don't trust anyone that says that. I fully believe you do not possess the power to toss someone that far nor the money to buy a spacecraft to toss from a closer distance. Would I lie to you? Double quote. Are you calling me a liar? Double quote. Yup. When they only speak in hyperbole. The biggest or the greatest. Etc. 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 Or when they make generalization statements based on one occurrence in their life. E.g. instead of this one woman loved getting her hair pulled, it's women love getting their hair pulled. Double quote. When they don't stop talking or have unlimited stories. Some people just have unlimited stories. I've been to over 100 countries and seen a lot of stuff. I can probably tell you a story about half of them if I wasn't too drunk to remember what happened. I've been married 4 times. Twice to the same woman for some dumb F-King reason. I'm banned from Russia. The mafia kicked me out of Krakow. Every time I re-enter the US again I'm stopped and processed. My dad ran guns. My mom ran science fiction conventions. I mean, some people just live, dude. Some people though are just born in Kansas City and never F-King leave. No wonder they don't know what real life feels like. So yeah. With that said, I don't often give my stories out unless something relevant needs to be said. Not even my wife knows 1/10th of what I've done, seen, or been involved in. Generic off the wall comment. Well, if you don't believe me, just look it up. Double quote. You look it up. They are incorrect. Close cousin to that is the I did the research or do your own research. Research these days apparently means reading Facebook memes and watching conspiracy theory videos on YouTube. Anyone who says something about detox. Edit. By detox, I mean the people who drink detox tea cause it would help remove toxins and negative energies from their bodies. Not people who go to rehab. The album was supposed to come out in 2005 but Dre said he wasn't going to do it anymore. Mostly because he gave his biggest bangs to other rappers. Indar Club was supposed to be on detox. What a waste. Anyone who writes they graduated from the University of Life on their profile. The University of Hard Knocks. And the bonus. Stay at home mom at mommy as their job. When they say something offensive followed by chill, it's just a joke. I once lived with a girl who would go to our other roommate and tell him I hadn't cleaned the kitchen on my assigned day. And when he said he'd seen me clean, she would say was just joking, haha. Source. Heard her from the hallway. Moved out shortly after. I'm a massage therapist and anyone who says they're in the same profession as me because they practice Reiki is full of shit. Without exception. My mill bought me a Reiki session as a gift. Gave it a go even though I wasn't fussed about the appointment. The Reiki practitioner said one of the crystals was telling her my heart was blocked up and I would never really love anyone deeply. I'd had a baby 4 weeks ago and it messed me up for a while hearing that. Horrible experience I wouldn't wish on anyone. A lot of people are saying it. Believe me. Double quote. I read that in Trump's voice in my head. Didn't even consciously do it. It just happened automatically. I'm not a racist, sexist, homophobe. But. Double quote. I'm not sexist but it's raining outside. Double quote. How is that sexist? Double quote. I just said it wasn't. Got. You men never listen. Double quote. My eye color changes depending on what mood I am and I am amazed how many different people I have heard this from. My brother's eyes get a really bright blue when he cries though. Maybe it's the reflection or something. I definitely don't think someone's eye color changes on their mood. Plus, I have multiple colors in my eyes, hazel. So in different lights it looks different. People might just notice that specific color in their eyes when they're in a mood. I've had your eyes look bright green, bright blue, yellow. Double quote. Why would I lie to you? Comma, when not accused of lying. The fact that you felt the need to say that unprompted kinda makes me think you're lying. I have a really high IQ and variations thereof. He is not that bright. Guaranteed. This is a particularly good one because IQ tests weren't designed to prove intelligence above the average. Rather to filter out people with intelligence deficiencies, and these days there are probably a billion IQ tests on the internet which all do and say different things. I'm a Navy SEAL. From guys trying to hit on me. I get it. You're all Navy SEALs or. Why do I attract that type? I remember being 19. At a bar to see a show. And this older guy sat down next to me and started talking to me. He wouldn't go away. Kept mentioning that he was a Marine like that was supposed to get me wet or something. And laughing way too hard at everything I said. When I wasn't ever trying to be funny. Then it's back to, did I mention I'm a Marine? Yeah. Dude. Like 20 times. I don't give a shit. I'm new. I don't know anything. Double quote. Automatically sus. For sure imposter. This explains how I got voted out immediately the first time I played. I was also the imposter because my kid passes me the laptop and I got rolled imposter, so I guess nicely done. I'm only trying to help. Don't you want my help? I'm only trying to help, but I'm going to ignore everything you've just said and invalidate you because it doesn't align with what I think you should do. Any pseudoscience bullshit. Anti-vaxx, you are full of shit. Flat earther, you are full of shit. Canon, you are full of shit. Mandela effect, you are full of shit. Isn't the Mandela effect just collective misremembering of the same information? That happens. I don't think the effect itself describes any pseudoscience. I think people trying to explain it with wormholes or interdimensional travel are nuts though. Leery of anyone using the phrase, out of the kindness of my heart. I think I've sincerely only ever heard it from people who have absolutely no kindness in their hearts. That's kind of like the nice guys thing. Like if you are truly a nice guy, you shouldn't have to state it. Anyone who feels compelled to remind you of their education or achievements prior to dispensing unsolicited advice. I remember when I used to do online dating. There was this woman that stated very boldly in her profile that she was a Rhodes Scholar. Then she proceeded to talk about how smart she was. Her final comment was, "Please do not contact me unless you fully understand what a Rhodes Scholar is." Good God. This lady must have been a joy to hang out with. Either on a dating profile or on a first date when a woman says I have no time for drama. Double quote. They love drama and live for it. They can't get enough. They have an unquenchable thirst for drama. Everyone likes a little drama. There's nothing wrong with it. That's why reality shows are so popular. Just don't go out of your way to say it every 2 minutes. That means you're full of it. When people start using overly complex words or examples, or won't use any form of reason that isn't just abusing referencing others without saying it themselves. As I heard somewhere, you do not truly understand something if you cannot explain it to someone in simple terms. Saying it's too complicated to explain means it's actually just too complicated for you to understand. More how they say stuff. I was taught in college circa 2006 to 2008ish that you should always second guess your opinions and constantly be asking questions. Just because someone says something you disagree with doesn't mean they're malicious and doesn't mean you can't learn from them. Always take what they say with the concept that you may be wrong and they may be right. This way you can be sure to grow and become a better citizen. A recent trend in parts of the West has been for some people to absolutely throw that idea out of the window and just spout stuff off with complete confidence and not listen to a single argument I make. They've decided they're right and they won't even have a discussion with someone they disagree with. Who in their right mind thinks that's healthy? That's why you don't state your opposing opinion to these folks. You ask questions. Pretty quickly. The right questions get them considering something they don't like about the answer they just gave. It's not what they say. It's how they say it. There are a subset of people who fake smile while talking to you and it's pretty obvious when you learn to recognize it. These people are full of shit and I don't trust them. They only smile with their mouth. An ex once mentioned that in someone we know and I couldn't unsee it. Almost every chronic bullshitter I've encountered since has the same expression. A curved mouth. But without the emotion in the rest of their face that would constitute a genuine smile. It has an almost uncanny valley level of creepiness to it. Apple computers don't get viruses. Bahahahahaha. Okay. Let's give those people a little credit. Viruses are written to focus on one sort of code. Specifically because that's how it is. And if you don't have a system that's a high value target, there won't be many viruses for you. So during the early years of Mac level computers, there weren't many viruses out there for Macs. Due to not enough Macs in the wild to support viruses and lack of high value targets using Macs. That stopped being true between 5 and 10 years ago. After Mac hardware stopped using Motorola CPUs and started using Intel ones. Now there are Mac specific viruses. But most people are protected by some sort of antivirus program. Worse, system non-specific viruses have existed for ages. Java viruses, email viruses, Merc viruses, Office document viruses, particularly Excel. All of those can't hit a Mac as hard as a Wintel machine. But since the vast majority of people never encounter a virus on a Mac, the meme of Macs don't get viruses hasn't lost any strength. If I got something to say to you, I'll say it to your face. That's the type of person I am. It's never the type of person they are. I'm sorry, the milkshake machine is broken. Double quote. No. You're just too lazy to make a milkshake. My eyes change color in the sun. Wait, I'm confused because this is true though. The color of anything is defined by the light shining on it and reflecting from it, so your eye color will naturally change depending on the light that's hitting it. That's how color is made. Facts don't care about your feelings 90% of the time. The facts this person is talking about are misused at best and more likely opinions or falsehoods. My black friend. 99% of the time it's their token co-worker they only talk to validate their ingrained racism while the co-worker just wants to do their job. People who constantly say, oh yeah, that happened to me too every single time I talk about something that's happened to me. I highly doubt our lives are that similar. Anyone that claims to have the answer to a problem more complex than a math, physics, or computer science question, note that simple does not mean easy. Complex problems don't have clear answers. Similarly, anyone who thinks they can use technology to solve social problems, it has never worked. And it cannot work. You cannot get an odd from an is. And technology pertains only to what is. I knew somebody who would constantly lie about everything. But more so, she kept saying that she was pregnant. I knew this was a lie because I knew her for 2 years after she said this. And during those 2 years she said, I'm pregnant with twins and this is my first baby. When she kept claiming she had already given birth. She would also claim sometimes that she was never pregnant in the first place and that I was making it all up. If I've just met them for the first time and their first question is what I do for a living. Almost everyone who's done that turned out to be kind of a jerk. I've heard others say this, but I don't really understand why. Do you find that these people usually end up being overly fixated with social status or something? Honestly, I ask this question sometimes only because I'm extremely socially anxious and go blank on what to talk about with new people. I find myself grasping at straws for a good way to keep the conversation going. And this is an easy question to fall back on. Edit. This is a genuine question. The least you could do is answer instead of downvoting without comment. I'm an empath. It means I'm projecting my social anxiety. I can't deal with it. If someone is unhappy in the same room as me, I won't listen or care if I did something hurtful. Double quote. I'm so high right now. I took so many hits from my bong and I had edibles. Okay girly, we see ya. Truth be told, if you are actually high, you wouldn't be exclaiming the fact. Your body language says it all without you saying a single word. Why would I? Double quote. Why would I lie? Why would I do that? Why would I say that? Etc. These are what we call why questions in my house. And there's always a potential reason for why you would do something. When I hear this, I immediately know something's up. I'm the kind of person who, double quote, for some reason I hate when people explain to me the kind of person they are. If it's true, just live your life and you won't have to insist it. I'll just see for myself that you're that kind of person. I hear it as I want to be, want you to believe I'm the kind of person who, double quote, I don't know why. It just grinds my gears. Those people who use the other people have it worse than you excuse when you try to talk to them about anything negative that happened to you ever. E.g. Person 1. I had a bad day today. I lost my job and my wallet was stolen. Person 2. Well, there are literally people in the hospital dying of cancer. Stop complaining. Double quote. I have a campaign planned for D&D. Looking for new or experienced players. We keep it chill and have fun. Not once has this been true or lasted. When those people you talk to who you know aren't super well educated go way out of their way to use strange, uncommon vocabulary, rather than just common words. And they think it makes them sound really smart and above everyone else. But you can tell they're just repeating big words to sound smart. If they tell you their entire life story within 24 hours of meeting you, watch out. They could be nuts. Also, if during that life story everyone has screwed them over and they've never done anything wrong ever but everyone else in their lives has betrayed them, cheated on them, stolen from them, etc., chances are they're the one that actually did all those things. Dude, I was just kidding. No. You were going to gaslight until I shut that down. Mentioning they're religious in a formal business setting or has God bless you in their email signature or voicemail greeting. Instantly distrust them and know they will screw me over the second they get the chance. So far, this has been 100% on point and I've been able to avoid giving these clients the chance to do it. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend was completely crazy and I'm a nice guy, but girls don't want that.